It's all about music. Music's what really brought me in. That's what nailed it for me. I couldn't play music, I couldn't play an instrument, so I picked the camera up and got as close as I could without being a drummer. Then later on, the Cream magazine started, and I wanted that lifestyle, because they always had the best seats. They were always right up in front. They had passes, they were, I wanted to be cool, and having a camera did that. I was doing videos. I was filming bands. We were in New York City with a company called Stereo Vision, and we had all these raw footage of stuff we had shot around Detroit, and we were going to sell them to USA Night Flight. And a guy got a telephone call and said, MTV just broke. We don't have to pay him anything. And I said, this is too hard. This is too hard getting the money with all the licensing and all that. So I just picked up a still camera, and now you just take a photo, you get a release from the artist, and you can sell them to newspapers, magazines, to the public, to whatever. So that was a lot easier. And I had access, and I still could be around my beloved music. And my sister became the only woman editor at Cream, and I thought, well, now I can get on the staff and be a photographer. And she said, oh, you got the same last name as me, it's nepotism, that won't work. And I was crestfallen, but it made me work harder, So I went out and did freelance for everyone else. Finally, through the Detroit Blues Society, they needed a little newspaper. So Charlie Aringer, who started Cream, and I decided, well, let's do this little magazine called Big City Blues. Well, after one issue, it was so hard working with the Blues Society and nonprofit, we decided to take it public, to do it ourselves, and now it is the award-winning 13-year-old Big City Rhythm and Blues. I consider myself a journalist documentary that I was taking photos of music that I couldn't believe I was hearing, and I wanted other people to share in it through the visuals. I did 35mm. There was no digital back then. It was the old Canon A1 that Bob Alford gave me. And I still use it. I still use the same camera. I still have it. Because in New Orleans 2 weeks ago, it was mud and rain, and everybody's digitals were failing. And my Canon A1 was still cranking because it just has one little battery, no computers. Beautiful thing. I'll always use it. It wasn't until I got the magazine going that I had a grip on where I was going in my life. In my early 40s. I mean, I was just enjoying this musical revolution. I was at the Grandy Ballroom every night, but I didn't have a camera. I was with Jimi Hendrix in New York City at the Cafe Wah in Greenwich Village when he was in a blues band, but I didn't have a camera. So at first I was discouraged because I said, oh, you're too late, you missed it, you should have had a camera then. But somebody wise told me, it's never too late, just go out and start working and start shooting. And that's what I've done, and I think I have a great body of work at this point.